You're right, guys. Welcome back to the Esports Hub. My name is SEBBY, and this is the interview series. Last week we were joined by Doug Sensor Martin. This week we are joined by one of the veterans in the EU scene, MarkyB. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, mate. I'm really good. Good to be here. Thanks for having me on.
No.
Obviously, I've been quite bored looking. Oh my God, my throat's a bit sore. But been a bit bored going into the last couple of days, going into Black Ops 3. So it's good to get something done. Feeling a
Yeah,
bit productive, getting a little interview on the go. So thanks for having me on.
that's no worries. So, first question, then we'll wrap up about Advanced Warfare a little bit. So, what would you say your top three Advanced Warfare moments were?
For myself or just
Just,
overall the.
well, do a couple from yourself, and then maybe like an overall highlight of the year for you.
All right. I guess for myself, I'll just pinpoint one in general. And I'll go over a couple others from across the event. But uh, probably coming top four at ESWC, even though it wasn't that great an achievement as such. It was just like we had a game on main stage against TR, which we won like in the very last round, last map, and obviously I was representing Vitality for that event, and we had the whole French crowd chanting our names, which is pretty awesome and amazing. Because the French sport's always been incredible, but I've never actually had the opportunity to be a part of a French organisation in France, and yeah, they were just going crazy. They were chanting Vitality the whole time when we were winning. It was honestly just crazy. Every time I watch it back, it just brings back great memories. That's probably one of the best moments, if not the best moment from last year for myself. But
Yeah.
looking across the whole year, I mean, there's actually loads of great moments on Advanced Warfare. It's really hard to pinpoint like a couple in particular. Um, a lot of a lot of the big moments for me were around COD Champs time when you had a lot of those upsets at COD Champs. The likes of TR coming in at top two, I think was massive. Denial winning it instead of an opt to get in top eight, things like that.
Yeah.
To me, as well as maybe myself winning a couple of events, even though they weren't massive events. Obviously, being EU events, it was great to get a couple of wins. Even though I would say this has probably been one of my least successful CODs, it's actually been the most successful I've ever been in terms of actually winning events, which is kind of weird. I only won two events at Ghosts, and then I've won four events in this game, and that's it. So it's kind of I've basically doubled up, but I felt like I was a little more successful in Ghosts, which is sort of weird, but just the way it works out, really.
Yeah, you had a bit of a topsy turvy year, didn't you? Throughout the
Yeah,
whole of the AW season. Um,
yeah,
so obviously there are quite a few veterans coming back for the new Call of Duty. So my main question is, will the jetpackers be relevant?
yeah. People are just honestly, I'm just gonna put people on roast right now. People are morons. Like every single year, there's people that come in and then they think, oh, these are jetpackers, these are ghosters, these are
Yeah.
I don't even know what people were calling Black Ops 2, fucking warriors or something. These guys are gonna be shit on the new COD, and everyone is always wrong every single year. The players that have came through, most of them. The only time people really fall off is when they just stop playing or stop lose interest off of it. Most of the players that have came through and been good on this game or had success in this game, and if they carry on, put the same amount of effort and the same amount of, they're going to succeed in the new game. It's like the way I look at Call of Duty is if you put in the time and effort and you have the right players around you, you're always going to succeed regardless of how good you may be perceived to be. So I think that the players that are maybe some of the players that are people are like, oh, they're going to be bad on the next call. I think they're going to have no worries. Just people are just a bit stupid, really.
Yeah, I think that the main thing is they might just have to slow down the game play a bit more.
Yeah, yeah,
That's probably the only thing, the adjustment. Otherwise, it's all gun skill at the end of the day. If you can shoot a gun straight, then and you've got a good brain on you, as long as you can adjust slightly, then you're still going to be good at the game.
yeah.
Um, so then moving into it, obviously, if you could talk to like MarkyB when he was an amateur coming up, so more like what top three tips for like AM players coming through. So obviously, like if you could go back and tell yourself like when you're coming through, like what would be like the top three things you would say?
Um, honestly, I don't know, man. I don't really have any regrets from earlier on, so wouldn't really have changed much.
Yeah.
I would probably just say maybe care less what people think about you. Uh, that's all. That's honestly maybe if I was being a bit weird, I could say um, if I could literally talk to myself back then, I would say avoid the girlfriend you had before. Avoid her.
Okay.
Avoid
Alright.
her. She was just a distraction. Just she shouldn't have been there.
Okay.
Avoid her. Um, and yeah, because that literally was the I quit COD for like I would say I, like a bit a year maybe just during Black Ops 1 because like I don't know. I thought I was a little
Just
guy, had a
yeah,
girlfriend, thought I was a boss.
yeah,
So I just stopped playing COD really, and it sort of hindered me when I came back into it because on Modern Warfare 3 and stuff, I was like, sort of when you, for anyone that's actually quit COD and came back, they'll know if they were a top player, or I wasn't even a top player, but like if you were a sort of good player, your reputation really does like sort of disappear, and you really need to make that up again. And you really
yeah,
obviously some of it stays there, like you used to be a top player, so as soon as if you start performing, people aren't going to doubt you and call you a warrior or something because you used to be there. But nonetheless, like for myself anyway, like it was as if it was impossible to get a team, and I was teaming with people that I was like, I'm a team with these guys. They're
yeah.
just, I just felt like I was so far behind, and that's probably my biggest regret really because I think I could have more success during those years. But apart from that, yeah, that's about it.
Cool. And then moving on to obviously Black Ops 3's coming out soon. It's just been announced that the Infused guys, obviously you just won the last obviously tournament, so you're going into it on a bit of a high. You are going to be playing against obviously the big French organisation Vitality, in like the show match kind of. I think it's Thursday evening if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
How are you
Thursday.
looking?
Yeah,
How are you looking forward to that? Obviously that's going to be a completely different game, kind of almost set a mark. Obviously, it's completely different rules and everything, but it might set a marker for like how this season might go in the EU scene.
yeah. I mean, I'm not really looking forward to like not looking forward to. I'm not really like looking too much into the result of that game or whatever. It's none of us are going to have much practice in the game. My team in particular, I know some people are going to have the game early, so there might be players that have an advantage over others and stuff like that. But to be honest, it'll be good. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's not really going to be too serious. I don't think there's anything on the line. It's just a bit of a sort of showcase of the game, and hopefully we put on a good show. Hopefully, it's obviously bragging rights or everything to
Yeah.
us as COD players, and we're going to go hard and try and win the game. But it's not the be all and end all. So I'm not really going to look at the result if we get smashed or whatever too much. To be honest.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, obviously people have played the beta, so everyone's got a kind of little bit of a feel for how the
Yeah.
game's going to play, even if they have played it early. So then moving away from Call of Duty, just a couple of normal questions then. So is your favourite takeaway food?
My favorite takeaway food. You see, this has changed. This is a really hard question. Um, oh my god. Honestly, the this place that I go to in town on a regular basis, it's called Pinto. It's like sort of like Chipotle. It's like a burrito sort of place.
Okay.
And that place is probably my top one spot right now. Apart from that, just like Chinese food. Yeah, it's about it. Like I like pretty much everything to be honest. I don't really have like
Not like one set
favorite,
go-to.
but like I'm just that's my sort of that's what I'm enjoying a lot of recently. But yeah.
Okay, fair enough. And then your favourite Sunday LAN beverage?
Um,
Got an idea?
Mate, there's a couple. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. But I like that. But you're thinking of Disarray Cravages, aren't you?
Yeah.
I know you're thinking of that. To be honest, that's not my go-to drink. I do like that, but probably just something simple like Southern Comfort lemonade or something. I don't know.
Or
Just whatever. Just anything, mate. I don't have. I'm not really picky to be honest. Anything, any sort of alcoholic drink.
Okay, no worries. Moving on then, changing it up slightly. So going on some would you rather questions.
Uh,
So would you rather lose your sight for a year or be deaf for a year?
hmm. Probably be deaf for a year. I don't know. No, yeah, to be deaf for a year. I couldn't deal with not seeing things. I could probably deal with like just type like reading and I couldn't deal with not seeing like yeah. I'd rather be there for a year.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that one. Okay, next one is never speak again or have to say what's on your mind constantly.
Have to say what's on your mind
Yeah,
constantly.
so whatever you think, you say it or never
Yeah,
speak
yeah,
again.
yeah. Like honestly, if I was just like
You just start
if I just
roasting
seen a
people.
hot girl on the street, I was like, oh my god,
Yeah, or straight
just
roast
anything,
people.
whatever, whatever you would be thinking. But yeah, honestly, I'd rather that than not be able to speak ever again. That'd be horrible.
Okay, and then a COD, kind of a weird COD one. So you win COD champs, but then you lose your thumbs, or you never play COD again.
Um, Like you literally like your thumbs get cut off.
So yeah, like you lose like the top half of your thumbs.
Your top half's full.
Or just-
Enable has the bottom half of the thumb. Neither's fine. If it was the full thumb, then I don't know. I'd honestly probably rather just continue playing COD. I think that winning COD champs isn't the be all and end all. It'd be nice, but I mean, it's not everything. So yeah, probably just continue playing COD.
Okay, and then moving on, finally then, just a quick fire round. So I'll just say like two things and you put your preference. So if I said like smart and casual, you'll say
I'd say smart probably.
smart. Okay. Black Ops 1 and Modern Warfare 3.
Modern Warfare 3.
M8 or Modern Warfare 2 ACR.
M8.
M8. PE or Josh.
What Josh? Sorry, what Josh?
Um,
I know quite
okay.
Josh's.
B Sport.
B Sport Josh. PE, of course.
McD's or BK.
McD's, no contest.
Chipotle or Nando's.
Nando's.
Optic or Phase.
Optic.
Cool. That wraps up today's interview then, guys. Don't forget to hit subscribe to the Esports Hub. Obviously, follow myself and Marky on Twitter and also Marky's YouTube there as well. All the links to all of that will be in the description. And I'll see you next week for another interview with another esports personality, as we should say. Cheers, guys. See you later.